Good? Alright. What's up, Mech 25? So, I wanted to do this at class, but as you can see, I would have had to bring all this. There's way too much stuff to bring, so it's going to be crazy. So, I'm going to do this video tour for you guys of how to use computers in the modern recording process. So, basically what we have is we have a digital or an analog to digital converter. What this does is it's taking all the microphones from the drums, from the vocals, from everything, all the microphones, and it's converting the analog signal coming in from those into a digital signal, which can then be processed by the computer. So this is a microphone input device, and yeah, the A to D converter. And then we got it going into the computer, and then from here we have our software platform, which is called Pro Tools. And from here I can get multiple tracks going, 64 tracks going at once, so a bunch of different stuff going on at once, and mix it all together and blend it, and in the end you have a song. So yeah, so anyway, I was just gonna record something and show you guys just how it all works. So let me set up a couple tracks here. Actually, go like this. Create those. I'm going to change my microphone inputs so it knows which input device I'm trying to come in from. So I'm going to mic line 1 and mic line 4. Mic line 4 is actually daisy chained off of this, which is a better preamp that I'm running through that one. Warmer sound, it's tubed, better analog sound. I'm going to hit record. These allow me to record, and then as I play this, you can actually see it being recorded on the screen as it's going across. So I'm just going to hit record. Boom. I just learned some generic 90s tune that you should all recognize. So I just learned it this morning, so just bear with me. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties from all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. Alright, so anyway, just wanted to, so that just a little snippet there. And then so what we have here is our waveforms. So this is actually this is actually literally the sound waveform of what was just recorded. So we can zoom in and we can see, like, oh, we can really zoom in there and just see how everything's made up basically. And it's cut into little pictures. There's tiny little, samples of sound. So yeah, you can get really in detail with it, and I can actually like go in here, take some stuff, snip the waveform, drag it over, bring it back, do a bunch of different stuff with it. So it's pretty cool. Now if we just listen to, oops. So if we listen to it, let me bring the speakers up. If we just listen to it raw, like this. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties from all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. So you can see it's all just kind of like the vocals are really loud and the guitar's kind of quiet, and it's not really well mixed. So at that point, and everything's kind of like really off balance sounding. So I can actually go in here and change the levels. So I can bring out, let's see, I can solo out a track. So this is just my, whoops. Whoops. Wait, hold on a second. There we go. So that's just guitar. Now the vocals are bleeding into the guitar, so you're still hearing some of the vocals. But right now, that's just the guitar track solo. That's all we're hearing. And if I unsolo that, we'll hear both of them. Now we'll hear both of them. Or if I just solo the vocals,
I would understand.
see, that's just vocals, nothing else. And that's both of them together. So the vocals are a little heavy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, bring down the vocals a little bit. And I'm able to do this just digitally right here, just bringing it down right in the software here. And now let's see if that blends a little better. Maybe even a little more.
If you do not want to see
it's a little better. Now the vocals, I want to kind of throw some compression on them, just to kind of clean them up a little bit, because they're a little wavery. So I'm going to compress them down. Basically, I'm compressing the waveform digitally with this plugin right here, and it's going to make everything more kind of level sounding. So.
Get tired from all the lies that you've been living in. And
you can set the amount of compression. There's all kinds of things you can change. You can change where the compressor kicks in.
I would understand.
You can hear it. There's crazy things to the waveform.
I would understand. The every boy a bit to it.
Okay, so anyway, that's the I said the same thing. So that's the compressor. So that's gonna compress things. And then I'm gonna also compress the guitar a little bit, just to kind of level it out a little bit. Okay, so now that's a little level sound. Now the guitar sounds like it has a lot of really muddy low end on it. You might not be able to hear that through those speakers, but it's got a lot of kind of muddy lows that we don't really want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a EQ, a digital EQ right here in the software, and I'm going to roll off some of the low end so it's not as muddy sounding down there. Kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I'm going to boost some of the higher frequencies, some of the more pleasant frequencies of the guitar, right there. And then yeah. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the vocals. So I'm going to roll off some of the lower end on the vocals, just to kind of, you know, round it out a little bit, get it a little better sounding. This is really, I'm doing this really fast. Normally you'd spend a lot of time doing this, so we're going to roll off some of this, solo out. Whoops, this mouse kind of sticks. Okay, there we go. So I'm just soloing out my vocals.
And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in another. I like this this plugin a lot because it just adds some cool effects to stuff. So this is like a multi-processor plugin. And what it does is it has a compressor, a little bit of an EQ, and it adds some reverb and some delay and stuff for some cool sounds.
Get tired from all the lies that you've been
so you can get crazy with it.
And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. The angry boy been through it. Oh, no, okay. Alright.
Alright, so man, this mouse just sticks like crazy. Alright.
Good times from all the lies that you.
And then you can also do some crazy stuff with it. So you can like throw in some little bit of throwback T-Pain effect in there. Throw in a little auto-tune.
Good times from all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. I would understand.
Anyway, so that's a little much for this tune, but you know, there's some cool things you can do with it. And then I think we're running out of time here, but basically at that point what I can do is I can bounce this out into a track and then run it into iTunes or whatever, and I can turn it into, like, within 5 minutes I can have this onto a CD or onto an MP3 to be emailed out or whatever. Real quick and easy, just like that. So basically I would just bounce the whole track out, and yeah, it's ready to be listened to. So anyway, so yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to show you guys, just some of the cool thing. I mean, this is obviously just a really quick see you next time.